Hi friends, welcome to story time. I have my granddaughter Alara is here with us, and we have a story that we're going to read for you. It's the Berenstain Bears and
the truth.
The truth. All right, so come on and watch this with us. It was a lazy sort of day in bear country. The air was so still that the leaves on the big tree house where the bear family lived were hardly rustling, except for the beehive, where the bees were always busy. Nothing much seemed to be happening. It was sort of a day that sometimes leads to mischief. Inside the tree house, brother and sister bear were sitting around, not doing anything in particular. Brother was holding his soccer ball. He had become interested in soccer and had been outside practicing free kicks. Sister was relaxing in an easy chair, thinking about what to do next. Neither Papa or Mama Bear was around. Papa was in his shop working on some furniture, and Mama was out shopping. I know what, said Sister. Let's go gather some wild blackberries. Brother thought about it. No, he said, wild blackberries have too many thorns, and besides, the seeds get stuck in your teeth. Well then, said Sister, let's go out and twist each other up on the swing and see who gets the dizziest. Brother thought about that. No, he said, that's silly, and besides, we did that yesterday. Sister became irritated and impatient with her brother. We turn the page here. There we go. My goodness, she complained. You don't want to do anything. All you want to do is sit there and hug that soccer ball. I think you must be in love with that soccer ball. I am not, protested brother. But I'll tell you something. I bet I can dribble this ball past you. Well, brother was a pretty good soccer player and a very good dribbler. But so was Sister. Turn the page. And the only one who saw what happened next, because besides the cubs, was a mockingbird who was perched on a twig outside the open window. Brother faced Sister. The ball was on the floor between them. First, brother moved the ball with his right foot. Then with his left foot, trying to trick Sister out of position. Then, quick as a flash, he gave the ball a sharp kick with his right foot. Oh no, I'm afraid to see what happened. It almost worked, but Sister was fast too. She reached out with her knee and blocked the ball, which bounced against the bookshelf, against the chair, against the footstool, and into Mama's most favorite lamp, which fell to the floor with a crash. Should we turn the page? Oh, I'm afraid to see what happened. The mockingbird let out a screech and got out of there as fast as its wings would carry it. As it flew away, it saw Mama Bear returning from the marketplace. Now, the bear family had some house rules, just as any family has. One was no honey eating in the bed. Another was no tracking mud on the clean floors. And another was no ball playing in the house. Uh-oh. What to do? Brother looked at Sister. Sister looked at brother. They both looked at the broken lamp, and they listened in horror as Mama came up the front steps to the house. All brother had time to do before Mama came in, the room was to roll the ball behind Papa's chair. My lamp, said Mama. My best lamp, what happened? She asked, looking into her cub's eyes. Tell me about it. The cubs looked into Mama's eyes, then they looked at each other. Then they began to tell one of the biggest whoppers that has ever been seen and ever been told in bear country. What do you think? It was A bird, began Brother. Yes, added Sister, a big purple bird with yellow feet. And green wing tips, added Brother. And funny-looking red feathers sticking out of its head, said Sister, as the finishing touch. As most lies do, the purple bird, Whopper, got bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes, continued the cubs, and it flew in that window, zoomed around the room, and knocked over the lamp. As Mama Bear was looking at the broken lamp with her sad expression on her face, Papa Bear came in from his shop. The cubs began to tell him the story of the big bird that flew in the window and broke the lamp. It was harder to tell the second time. For one thing, they couldn't quite remember how they had told it the first time. Uh-oh. You've got me confused, said Papa. Was it a purple bird with green wing tips and yellow feet? Or was it a yellow bird with purple wing tips and a green feet? Or was it a white bird with black spots? Like the soccer ball behind my easy chair. Oops. But the thing that really made it hard the second time around was how very sad Mama looked as she picked up the pieces of the broken lamp. Oh. Mama, we're really sorry about the lamp, said Brother. Oh, yes, said Sister, picking up the last piece and putting it in the dustpan. Oh, Mama, I'm not worried about the lamp. We can always get another lamp, but we can glue this one back together. What I'm sad about is the thought that maybe, just maybe, my cubs, who I've always trusted, aren't telling me the truth. And trust is not something you can put back together again. Well, both cubs started to talk at once. It wasn't a bird, said Sister. It was a soccer ball. And it wasn't all my fault, shouted Brother. It was just as much my fault, shouted Sister. But they were both shouted down by the phone, which rang loudly. It was Grizzly Gran, inviting the Bear family for a Sunday visit. Hello, Gran, said Mama. Oh, everything is just fine here at the tree house. How is everything with you? But Mama, protested Sister after Mama hung up the phone. You told Gran that everything was fine here, and that's not really the truth. Oh, but it is, answered Mama. We've got 2 fine cubs who have finally just learned a very important lesson about telling the truth. And what could be finer than that? Now, let's help Papa glue the lamp back together. Let me turn this page. It feels like it's stuck. There you go. Nobody really expects cubs to be perfect. From time to time, Brother and Sister Bear did forget the rules. Brother ate honey in bed a couple of times. And one time, Sister tracked a little mud on the clean floor. And once or twice, Brother and Sister started to play ball in the house before they remembered not to. Let me turn the page again. There we go. But they never, ever again told a Whopper. Because trust is one thing you can't put back together once it's broken. That was a good story. It's kind of a long story, isn't it? But the Berenstain Bears, it's been one of our favorites, hasn't it?
Yes.
We had lots of those books on my shelf at home. But I also want to share with you a little bit about Faith 5. Faith 5 you can do as a family, where you share at night, every night, share highs and lows, read a Bible verse or story, talk about how the Bible reading might relate to your highs and lows. Pray for one another's highs and lows, and bless one another. And that's all from Faith 5. Hope you're having a great day. You want to say that too? See you later.